Hey everybody, I want to talk to you guys today about one of the coolest deals that I was able to be a part of. It was a sale for over $125 million on the sand in Bal Harbor. It's going to be a development on an almost 3-acre site on the ocean, which is really, really cool. So this is the deal here, as you can see it. It's almost 3 acres. As you can see, there's a building on it. It's called the Carlton Terrace condominium. So it consists of 88 condos, which means there are 88 individual owners in this building. However, they may or may not know that they're sitting in like a pot of gold because of the land that is beneath them. So we approached this association, like the building, and we told them that their land is worth a lot more than they think it's worth, which if they give us the opportunity to try to sell this land for them to a developer, right, that we could go and then get them a lot more money than they think their individual condos are worth, right? Think about living in a 2-bedroom that might be worth $400,000 because it's an old 2-bedroom in an old building. But me saying, yeah, but your portion of the land that you own will actually give you, I don't know, call it $1.5 million. That should get you very excited. So we do a calculation that basically resulted in a price of about $125 million. We always give people a range, call it 115 to 140 or whatever it is. And nothing, we told them that if enough of the unit owners signed up and gave us a listing to go list this land opportunity for sale, that we can then go and make them a lot of money. The same way that a residential broker will list your home for sale, we needed to get a majority of the unit owners to agree to list this building for sale. So we spent about a year collecting listings one by one through this entire building, which is a whole different story, what we did for an entire year doing that. But then once we were able to package the opportunity and bring it to a bunch of developers, now the developers are very excited to come and then do this deal, right? Because they say, great, I can pay X amount of money for that land, and I'm going to be able to demolish and redevelop this building into a big, beautiful oceanfront condo. But developers, they have opportunities across the country or across South Florida, and they don't have the time to spend a year piecing this building together. So we go and do that work on behalf of the unit owners to then go to developers and say, you should buy this building. So we did that. And actually the graphic that you're looking at here is once we were already with the listing, marketing the opportunity for sale. So we were marketing this opportunity as the last oceanfront development opportunity in the heart of Bal Harbor. Just to show you guys perspective of where Bal Harbor is, this is Brickell here, and obviously Coconut Grove, just a little south. Right here. So if you cross over to Miami Beach, right, you've got South Beach, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Then you have Mid Beach, which is like where the Faena, One Hotel, and Fontainebleau is. And if you go further north up to Surfside and Bal Harbour, that's where the opportunity was. So up here in this little pocket, you've got Indian Creek, which is also known as Billionaire's Bunker. This is where people like Jeff Bezos have recently bought 2 homes to build a massive home. Carl Icahn, the hedge fund billionaire, lives there. Tom Brady's building a house there. So it's as, wealthy as it gets for residents there in Miami. And then you've got Surfside, Bay Harbor Islands, which is also very wealthy, and Bal Harbor Shops. The biggest thing Bal Harbor is known for is Bal Harbor Shops, which is the highest grossing mall per square foot in the world. This was a stat a couple years ago, and I'm pretty sure it's still active today. So there's no mall in the entire world that generates more sales revenue per square foot than Bal Harbor Shops. Very expensive stores, and it's very busy always. So Carlton Terrace, the building that I want to talk to you guys about here, I guess let's go to satellite, is this opportunity right here, just north of the mall. So you can notice there's a lot of wasted space, if you will. So there's a large pool area and a large parking lot, and the building's rather small. So let's drop our little dude here just so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is what the building looked like, call it a year ago, right? And let me go back in there. This is what the building looked like a year ago when we passed by it and said, hey, this is probably something that's worth a lot more than these people understand it's worth. We approached them, we incentivized them, or we showed them what it could be worth. And when they gave us the listing, we ended up going to market this opportunity, which is what you see here. And we basically went around the world saying, you should buy this deal because it's going to be the last oceanfront development opportunity in one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Miami. So we did that for about 6 months. And after 6 months of negotiating with different buyers and different developers, ultimately, we ended up selling this deal to the Related Group, which is George Perez and his family. So I think obviously if you go here, Related Group buys Carlton Terrace. Group buys Carlton Terrace. It's the first one here. Related and Two Roads, who's another developer, they're partnering up to pay about $130 million for the Oceanfront Carlton Terrace condo building in Bal Harbor. So this is, the article is dated August of 2021. This is a deal that happened a few years ago, but it was one of the coolest things I worked on personally because we ended up being able to have these, sort of regular people in these units cash $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million checks. And a lot of them were older residents that, we were basically giving them retirement money, if you will. So it felt great. And then now the building is starting to be demolished. I actually passed by the other day and there's me. I took a picture and they've got the sign here, Revad, which is going to be the next iteration of the building. And then let's show you what they're going to build. So that's a rendering of what it's going to look like. They're going to go and sell condos there. Obviously extremely expensive and really just livening up the whole area and that oceanfront because it's a very desired location. So that's one of the coolest deals I feel like I've worked on. Obviously it's a big deal. It's in a great location. We did it with one of the best developers in South Florida, and it was a huge success for the clients, which were the individual unit owners that signed us up. I think interestingly, this is going to be a big opportunity this is going to be a continued opportunity for people in South Florida, which are condo terminations. Pretty much you've got such a big supply of older condos that haven't financed or budgeted properly for repairs and maintenance, that they are now sort of cracking down on this and are sort of forcing these condos to start paying for structural improvements and concrete restoration and a bunch of things, which is going to translate to a lot of pressure on unit owners or developers to then come in and say, your building is asking you to pay a $50,000 special assessment. We're here to instead buy your unit for 3 times what you can sell it for in the market. So I think it's going to be a great conclusion for unit owners, and it's going to be a great conclusion for developers who are obviously looking to buy land to build buildings. Yeah, this was a really unique deal that I worked on that I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you, and feel free to follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, whatever it is, where I'm going to continue to cover the South Florida multifamily and land real estate scene that I am very fortunate to be a part of.